Good morning. My name is Michael Austin. I am the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs here at Newman University, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to our May commencement. Newman University is proud to recognize the graduating class of May 2013. We're grateful to share this celebration of our students with you. Please be seated. Newman University is sponsored by the Adorers of the Blood of Christ. Their participation in this commencement affords us the opportunity to express our gratitude for everything that they've done for us. Thank you so much, sisters. Representing the ASC community and joining us to offer our invocation today is Sister Jan Rentz, Region Counselor and Treasurer of the ASC United States Leadership Team.
God of wisdom and knowledge, we give thanks today for all the good you have bestowed on us. We are grateful for the many gifts and abilities we have experienced in our graduates, the men and women who sit before us today. We ask you, God of all graces, to look with favor on these graduates. May you bless them with the courage to move beyond easy answers and half-truths. Grant them understanding and compassion as they carry the lessons of the classroom into their experiences in the global community. Help them use their knowledge with integrity, living out the values that have been fostered here at Newman. Loving God, bless all those who have supported these graduates on this long journey. We thank you for supportive families who have given them life, teachers who shared insight and learning with patience, caring, and concern, friends who helped them through hard times. Bless also Captain Donald Bittner, MD, who is being honored today. We give thanks for his commitment to Newman University, its students, and the values which form its foundation. May the example of his life encourage us all in living Christ-centered discipleship that is rooted and grounded in faith, hope, and love. Provident God, may you hear and answer our prayer according to your most gracious will. Amen.
Thank you very much, Sister Jan, for opening our ceremony and for being here today to share this event with our students. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, President Croce, the faculty, and the entire Newman University community, I extend sincere congratulations to our graduates. I also want to acknowledge the generous support and encouragement provided by families and friends of those who are graduating today. I would now like to introduce our platform guests. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Will you please stand when I call your name? Dr. Noreen Croce, President of Newman University. Ms. Linda Snook, Class of 1977, Chair of our Board of Trustees. Sister Jan Rentz, who provided our invocation. Dr. Donald Bittner. Sister Therese Wetta, ASC. Mr. Anthony Tamburo, President of Newman's National Alumni Board. Father Michael Linneber, our chaplain. Dr. Michael Bradley, Assistant Professor of Biology and today's commencement speaker. A warm welcome to each of you and my sincere thanks for joining us today. Graduates, today marks a significant and joyful transition in your lives. The attainment of this educational milestone is a time for reflection. Your intelligence, skills, values, and talents have been developed and refined through your Newman University experiences. We trust that you will use your distinctive gifts to advance knowledge, to benefit society, and to promote the values for which Newman University stands. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Newman University Chorale under the direction of Student Director, Senior Megan Birdsey, to sing our national anthem. You'll notice, if you've seen our chorale before, that it's a bit smaller today and that our traditional director, Professor Deanne Zogelman, is not here. They are in Washington, D.C., performing at the Kennedy Center. Please stand for the singing of the national anthem, and then be seated for the two songs that will follow, Say a Prayer and Color Purple.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Say a prayer that change is a-coming. Say a prayer that hope is round the bend. And if you pray that change is a-coming, oh Jesus, then may what you pray come true. Amen.
Say a prayer
That change is a-coming,
Say a prayer,
that hope is round the bend.
and if you pray that change is a-coming,
Oh, Jesus, then may what you pray,
pray,
may what you pray,
may what you pray
oh, hey, man.
and the blade of war and the
Thank you very much, Newman University Chorale. Thank you, Megan Birdsey, for undertaking this directorial debut at graduation. Today's address will be given by the recipient of the 2012 Teaching Excellence Award, Professor Michael Bradley. Dr. Bradley is an assistant professor of biology. He holds a PhD in physiology and biophysics from the University of Southern California. Before coming to Newman University in 2009, Dr. Bradley held professorships in the medical schools at both Creighton University and the University of Nevada at Reno. At Newman, he teaches courses in developmental biology, physiology, pathophysiology, and nutrition. He participates regularly as an instructor and mentor in Newman's investigative summer science program, the Native American Science Scholars Program, and the Hispanic Science Scholars Program, where he helps develop the talents of the best and brightest students from our local high schools. It is my great pleasure to introduce to you my colleague, Professor Michael Bradley.
Thanks very much. It's a real honor to be asked to stand up here and talk to you folks. Again, I did this gig at Christmas time, and I've decided to mix things up a little bit. I had prepared a talk here and wrote out a bunch of note cards to allow me to keep on track. I was told that really one of the rate-limiting steps between you guys getting your degrees and now is the length of my presentation. And so I was told to keep this short and sweet, and I really don't know that that was a necessary kind of bit of advice to receive, because I've got a strong reputation here at Newman of really being on topic and not deviating from things. You're laughing. So, but I did write these note cards to keep me on task, and because I have a propensity for leaving my reading glasses at home, I thought I'd write my notes in a really large script. And I just noticed I still can't read them, and so my students have been teasing me as of late because my reading glasses have been increasing in magnification as of late. I suffer from a disease which has the root presby in it, and that means old, and that's and yeah, they did the same. That's what they do, is they laugh. And so just a couple of weeks ago, I had to go to Walmart to get the next size up, in the reading glasses. And I noticed, so I'm at 2.5. They grade these things as 1x, 2x. This is the magnification. And I'm at 2.5, and I noticed they only go up to 3. And I've been kind of worried ever since about what happens to me when I pass the 3 point. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to read. I guess I'll just have to stop reading. But I noticed also last night at the baccalaureate, Bishop Jekyll had mentioned that he'd been doing some audiobooks as of late. So I thought maybe that would be a remedy for me. But then I got to worrying about the possibility of finding audiobooks on kidney disease and mechanisms of cancer and things like that. And that's really kept me up all night. So instead of working on my talk, I've been worrying about my eyesight. But I don't really need to be reminded to stay on topic at all. I'm really good at that. So I know that the reason I'm supposed to be here, the reason that I am here, is the same reason that you're all here, and that's to acknowledge just what it is that these folks here in the funny hats have done. And it's actually, I guess a lot of us have the funny hats on. But you guys have the hats and now the tassels on the right side, right? And as soon as I shut up more or less, you'll be able to move the tassels over to the other side. And I don't really know what that denotes, and I guess I should know that. But in the interest of staying on topic, I won't sort of pursue that any further. So you're about to graduate from Newman, and in all seriousness, I'm delighted to stand up here and express the great pride that I have and that the folks up here on this stage have, and the faculty and the staff, the administration of our university have in you. You've really accomplished something here, and you may not really fully appreciate that right now. You may still be sort of reeling and numb from finals and from those last papers that you had to crank out an hour before they were due. Yeah, I know how it works. And the parties at Denim and Diamonds and, those sorts of things that you've been doing for the last few nights. I know what you've been doing. So you may not really fully appreciate just what you've achieved, but you will someday. And I want you to know that we're really, really proud of that. I want you to know that we all know that it's more than just showing up for class, which some of you did, more than taking the tests, passing the tests, cranking out those papers. It was a lot more than that, wasn't it? It was a lot of things that you didn't really plan on when you got to college. We know that college is more than classes. Ideally, you just go to the class, you focus in on the classes, and you do well. But we know that other things occur. We know that life happens around you as you're in college. And we know that by virtue of your presence here, you managed to get through it nonetheless. You got through the life emergencies, the family emergencies, the problems with the families, birthings, diseases, accidents. I'm starting to sound like a real bummer here. But, you know, you dealt with it all and still got through all of the college stuff. We don't lower our standards in our classes simply because you've been involved in a car crash. We actually raise them as a result. No, we don't really do that. But we know that you've had to deal with that, and the fact that you're here really is a testament to the fact that you were able to deal with it all. And you know, it wasn't a given when you got here. You know, when you got here a year ago or 2 years ago to Newman, 3 years ago, 4 years, some of you it was actually 5, 6, 7 years ago. Right, Dad? Yeah, so. We know that when you got here, you know, you maybe just assumed that everything was going to go great and you would be right here, right now. That wasn't a given. You know, I can tell you that now. You know, you showed up at Newman and there were others in your classes, and you'll notice they're not here. And that's, as I say, that's a real testament to you. They may get here eventually, but you got it done. And I want you to know that we all know that that wasn't easy, not just in terms of the academics, but the whole kit and caboodle. You managed to get through it all. And you also got the other thing I was thinking about up here when I was supposed to be listening to Dr. Austin and Sister. But you know, I noticed that you've got a lot of folks that are behind you right now, you know, and it occurred to me that really they've been behind you the whole way, haven't they? They've had your back as you've gone through all of this. Dr. Austin and Sister have already mentioned the role that you all play as family and friends in the support of these folks that are sitting up here in the funny hats. I don't think that can be overemphasized. You folks all put a lot of trust in us at Newman when you came and brought your sons and daughters here. That may have been a year ago, it may have been a couple of years ago. Some of you arrived at Newman 4 years ago, and you all walked into a big room. I was there, and it was a very dramatic moment for me as a parent, but also as a faculty member at Newman. You all walked in as a family, and then after some comments and some orientation stuff that nobody really paid attention to, you got up, you family, and you left your sons and daughters with us. And that scared me. I mean, that was a huge responsibility to take over the most precious things in your lives and ensure that they continued with their education, that they matured into the people that you see in front of you now. I want you to know that we very much value that trust in us. We take that very seriously, and this is evidence that your trust in us and in your students was worth it. It paid off. This is the moment in which they make this transition from being a Newman student and go on to all of the various things that they're going to go on to. And boy, are there lots of things that they're going to go into. I know that as this is a matriculation ceremony, this is a step into something else, and sometimes that can be a little bit daunting. I think it is. I admire your courage for going into these professions that you're going into. I know that there are a lot of challenges that face us all in this society, and you guys are walking right into the vortex of it. We've got a lot of things that we've got to deal with in this country. There are always some things that we have to deal with, but there are things that you have to deal with that maybe we haven't had to deal with. We ourselves, those of us who are a little bit advanced in age up here on this stage, we didn't have to necessarily worry too much about how it was that we were going to pay for health care for our older citizens, and you do. So even though you may not be directly involved in taking care of old folks, there's a lot of you that are going into the healthcare professions. But every one of you, whether you're going off into careers in law, you're entering our education, you're entering our schools as educators and so forth, every one of you, whether professionally or not, is going to have to deal with these issues that face us as a society, perhaps none more pressing than this, this problem that we face in taking care of all of our older folks in our country. We have done great, great things over the last 50, 60, 70 years in ensuring that people live much, much, much longer than they've ever lived before, but we've not kept pace in terms of making sure that those later years are as healthy as their younger years. And this is starting to take a toll on us, and you're going to have to deal with this really much more than any other generation that has preceded you. But you know, you've probably heard old folks like maybe me say things like, we worry about whether you're up to the task. I got to tell you, based upon, and I mean this sincerely, based upon everything that I've seen in Newman students, not just the science students, but all of them that I've come into contact with, I have absolutely no concerns whatsoever that you'll meet the challenges, you'll figure out the problems, you'll deal with them, you'll make changes, you will act to make sure that we solve these problems, not just the healthcare problems, but all of the problems that you will be faced with, because you've got that kind of background. Now that you're coming out of Newman, you've got that background that is broad and diverse. You have truly impressed me with your ability to grasp problems, understand what needs to be done, and then perhaps on top of it all, and this is what I think has impressed me the most, do something about it. A very impressive thing, and frankly, that's not something that I see in students, in all students, at the other institutions where I have worked and been. And to that, I am for that. I don't need any fancy flashcards to remind me of what it is that I'm about to say now. It's what I feel. And on behalf of the faculty, staff, and the administration of Newman University, I am sincerely proud of every one of you. I wish you all the best in your future careers, in your future lives. Please let us know what that future holds for you as you go through it. We love to hear what you're doing, and we like to brag on your success. If you must write us from prison, please do so. We don't judge at Newman, we just want to know where you are. We are very proud of you. We appreciate all of the support that all of you have given us in allowing us to spend this time with your sons and daughters. There's really no better job on the planet. I thank you very much, and good luck to you all. Peace.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bradley. Thank you again to all of you, students, faculty, staff, parents, for creating the students that Dr. Bradley spoke of, because what he says is true. I am confident going into the future, knowing that we have this caliber of graduate that's going to be running society when I'm no longer able to take care of myself. Ladies and gentlemen, as your commencement program indicates, we have now the opportunity to honor a very special person. The degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, has been used by colleges and universities for centuries to honor members of their extended communities and to bring notable and accomplished individuals into increased contact with their campuses. The tradition of honorary degrees is almost as old as academia itself, dating back to the Middle Ages, when Oxford University awarded degrees for conspicuous service to the Church. Newman University has been authorized by our Board of Trustees to bestow this honor upon a very select few individuals whose life and work reflect the core values of our institution: Catholic identity, academic excellence, a culture of service, and a global perspective. I am delighted to welcome Dr. Donald Bittner to our 2013 spring commencement to receive this degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Dr. Bittner's citation will be read by Sister Therese Wetta, ASC. Sister Therese was a teacher of Dr. Bittner when he attended Newman University and is also a personal friend. She, too, received an honorary doctorate from Newman University in 2008 for the same core value of global perspective. Sister Therese was a member of the Board of Trustees in 1969 through 1972 and from 1988 through 1989. She rejoined the Newman staff in March of this year as Director of Development for Sciences and Health Sciences.
Dr. Bittner, we proudly honor you today for your work as a physician, teacher, surgeon, medical administrator, and patriot. Through your dedication to bringing knowledge and medical services to people around the globe, you stand as an outstanding example of the Newman University core value of global perspective. After receiving your Bachelor of Science degree in biology from Newman University in 1977, you earned a medical degree from the University of Kansas School of Medicine, and later a Master of Business Administration degree in Healthcare Administration from the University of California, Irvine. You are a board-certified orthopedic surgeon and one of Southern California's most respected specialists in reconstructive and microvascular surgery of the hand, wrist, and elbow. You played an integral role in developing the orthopedic department of St. Jude Heritage Medical Group in Fullerton, California. And you serve as Associate Clinical Professor of Surgery and Chairman of the Hand Surgery Department at the University of California at Irvine. You also have a long history of service in the U.S. Naval Reserves, where you hold the rank of captain. When you learned of the Navy's need for surgeons in Afghanistan and other war zones, you reported for active duty in spite of the considerable sacrifices this required of you medical practice. In Afghanistan, you were chief medical officer of a large medical battalion of commercial builders, where you performed surgery 10 to 12 hours a day on U.S. soldiers, prisoners, and civilians. And then you traveled by helicopter to monitor the construction crews under your watch throughout the country. During your time there, you flew a U.S. flag over Kandahar in honor of Newman University, which you later presented to Dr. Kurochi and the Newman community. After leaving Afghanistan, you served as Deputy Director for Naval Expeditionary Medical Unit 12 at Landstuhl Regional Medical Center in Landstuhl, Germany, which supports the wartime effort of treating wounded warriors. Currently, you are Deputy Surgeon for the 6th Fleet, U.S. Navy. Today, you live in the Fullerton area with your wife, Letitia, where you practice orthopedic surgery with a subspecialty in upper extremity trauma. You serve on the Board of Trustees for St. Jude Medical Systems and work as an associate professor in the Department of Plastic Surgery, Hand, at the University of California at Irvine. You also recently contributed a chapter to the book, Frontline Orthopedics, based on your work with mass casualty and war trauma victims in Afghanistan. Your work has been recognized by the Orange County Medical Association, which recently named you the Physician of the Year for Southern California, and by Newman University, which in 2011 awarded you the Spirit of Active Transformational Leadership Award. Captain Donald Bittner, MD, for the medical, educational, and administrative service you've rendered over many years to the people of the United States, Afghanistan, and Europe. we hereby confer upon you the degree Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
I want to thank you all for this privilege. I have to excuse me, I'm a little bit hoarse. Flew in from Southern California last night in 2 bottles of Tussonex, so I'm flying here on reserve tanks. But, you know, it is an honor and a privilege to receive this degree from my alma mater. I was told I had to say a few words of wisdom, and there's a lot of wisdom in this room, so it's going to be hard to come up with more wisdom than what we have. But, you know, when I was trying to think of what propelled my career forward for the last 40 years, the answer was both obvious and unobvious. I'm thinking of all the classes I had, and then I realized it didn't matter what form of study you were in, whether it's science, learning the scientific method, business, learning a business model, or philosophy. What it all boils down to is the strategies that you learn while you're here. It's all the strategies that propel you forward in your future. And it's not only the strategies that you learn, but you've got to be able to adapt to changes in your environment to apply these strategies. It's so important. You know, the world is not getting more complex or, you know, more crazier than what it is. It's always been that way, and it'll always continue to be that way. But what propels you forward is your ability to take the lessons learned and move forward with those. In the military, we call lessons learned is basically what people will tell you after they've learned a mistake that you've made or something. It's really important. Every time you take on a new command in the military, you're always looking for the person in front of you to give his opinion on the mistakes that he's made to help propel you forward in your future. So I really want to encourage everybody to ask questions and to seek out lessons learned. Because if you don't ask questions, you're never going to get answers. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bittner. Thank you very much, Sister Therese. Congratulations. Harvey Abla exemplified the spirit of the American dream. Supported by his wife, Leona, Mr. Abla became a successful entrepreneur, pioneering the fast food chain concept and leading the family hotel supply business. To honor Harvey Abla and to perpetuate his vision of entrepreneurship, his daughter Jerry, along with her husband, Professor Fran Jabara, established the Harvey J. Abla Award at Newman University in 1994, and in 1996 added the Leona J. Abla Award to provide recognition for one outstanding female and one outstanding male graduate. The Abla Award of $2,500 is presented to two graduating seniors who have at least a 3.0 grade point average, who exemplify the mission and spirit of Newman University, and who show promise to make a strong, positive contribution to society. This year's recipients have made their marks on the entire Newman community. I am proud to call to the platform the 2013 Abla Award winners, Adrian Fox and Bryce Albert. This year's recipient of the Leona J. Abla Award is Adrian Fox. Adrian is a very worthy recipient of this award. As a legacy student, Adrian earned her place on the dean's list every semester, achieving a major in biology with a minor in sports medicine. While Adrian excels academically, she also demonstrates the mission on a daily basis. Her impressive list of activities illustrates this well. She served as an admissions ambassador, an orientation leader, a traditions and transitions facilitator, as well as a residence hall assistant. She was an officer in the Medical Professionals Club and the Pre-Med Club, organizing MCAT study sessions and arranging for guest speakers. Adrian is an active member of the Chemistry Club and the Running and Fitness Club. Throughout her years at Newman University, Adrian has been very active in service. Some of the locations that benefited from her volunteer work include the Lord's Diner, Habitat for Humanity, and Special Olympics. She was a grade school science lab aide and assisted as a pianist at the St. John's Chapel. She also successfully worked on the Newman University Phonathon. Adrienne assisted her fellow students in the Newman University Tutoring Center, holding both group study sessions and providing assistance in biology, chemistry, and organic chemistry. Adrienne has been inducted into Kappa Gamma Pi, the Honorary Society for Graduates of Catholic Universities, and has been recognized by Who's Who among students in American colleges and universities. One nominator said of Adrienne, "She is a gifted academician. Additionally, she is one of the most genuine persons I have ever encountered. Her involvement matches her abilities in the classroom." Adrienne will attend Duke University in the fall to pursue advanced study in physical therapy. Clearly, she is an excellent recipient of this year's Leona J. Abla Award. You have to stand there still. Yeah. This year's recipient of the Harvey J. Abla Award is Bryce Albert. Majoring in biochemistry, Bryce Albert has made a big impact on Newman University. An ASC Community Leader Scholar, Bryce completed more than 360 hours of service while earning a position on the Dean's List every semester. He served as Student Government Treasurer, was an SGA Senator, and a Traditions and Transitions Facilitator for 2 years. Bryce was also a member of the Chemistry Club, the Medical Professions Club, and the Math Club. As part of a general chemistry project, he taught chemistry concepts to local and middle school students. Bryce earned the Master Tutor certification level and tutored 8 different subjects in science and math. In the Student Leadership Program, Bryce served as an admissions ambassador, assisting in the graduate admissions area. As a campus ministry student minister, Bryce assisted in coordinating students for positions at Mass, as well as organizing retreats and service trips. Bryce spent productive summers during his university years working as a camp counselor and planning assistant at Rock Springs 4-H camp. This past summer, he was accepted into an internship program at the Iowa State University Schnabel Lab, working on mapping recessive genotypes in maize plants. Wow. In May 2010, Bryce was selected as the Newman University and Gerber Institute representative to travel to New York and attend the United Nations General Assembly on Sustainability. He met with college students from around the world, gaining insight on worldwide sustainability issues. As an example of Bryce's commitment to living this mission, he stated in his senior capstone project, "My mission is to live for others and help them in their own paths towards God." Bryce has accepted a graduate teaching assistantship at Washington University in St. Louis, where he will study chemistry next fall. Clearly, he is an excellent recipient of this year's Harvey J. Abla Award. Congratulations to both of these candidates who represent truly the best of what Newman produces. We now come to the awarding of degrees. You will notice that our graduates are wearing cords of various colors. A gold cord signifies that a student has earned high academic honors. Other colors signify that students have been inducted into honor societies. The meaning for each cord color is provided in your commencement program. Ladies and gentlemen, President Croce, it is now my privilege to present the candidates who have been approved by the faculty and the Board of Trustees for the following degrees. The names of the graduates will be read by Mark Manette, our Director of Theater.
For the Associate of Arts degree, Sarah Mabe. For the Associates of Science degree, Amy Lee Grohusky, Occupational Therapy Assistant. Jennifer Desiree Huff, Paralegal. Carolee A. Huffman, Paralegal. Clara M. Lopez, Business Administration. Krista A. Randall, Paralegal. Cora Jean Underwood, Occupational Therapy Assistant. Timothy Ray West, Paralegal. For the Associate of Science in Health Science degree, Aviance Angle, Radiologic Technology. Megan Renee Arp, Radiologic Technology. Monica Sue Baker, Radiologic Technology. Amanda Page Bolig, Radiologic Technology. Kayla Elizabeth Compton, Radiologic Technology. Allison Elizabeth Gerber, Radiologic Technology. Nicole Michelle Hamilton, Radiologic Technology. Amy A. Hines, Radiologic Technology. Elizabeth Ann Hill, Radiologic Technology. Megan Brianne Hill, Radiologic Technology. Megan Kaiser, Radiologic Technology. Kelsey Lynn Nichols, Radiologic Technology. Ashley Ann Southards, Radiologic Technology. Lori Tibbetts Fritsch, Radiologic Technology. Chelsea Dawn Weathers, Radiologic Technology. Hold on a second. For the Bachelor of Arts degree, Peter Paul Poy Escobilla Lavan Abella, Sports Communication. Lindsay Catherine Mackey Allen, English. Kenneth Allman, Interdisciplinary Studies. Mitchell H. Arnold, Communication. Allison N. Bailey, Biology. Rebecca Baldridge, English and Philosophy. Luke A. Barnwell, Sports Communication. Megan Kimberly Birdsey, English. Chastity Cherie Boyd, Interdisciplinary Studies. Kimberly Ann Brandt, Interdisciplinary Studies. Megan Elizabeth Brandt, English. Catherine Castellanos, Biology. Hugh Sun Choi, Biology. Bobby Demira Coleman, Biology. Jadina Crow, Interdisciplinary Studies. Amadou Doumbia, Sports Communication. Oh, I'm sorry. Calvin R. Easter, Pastoral Ministry. Gina Julia Ferrugia, Sports Communication. Leilani Fatima Feist, Art. Kiana Simone Flanagan, Communication. Patrick Thomas Gallagher, Interdisciplinary Studies. Krista Michelle Greenlee, Interdisciplinary Studies. Brock William Helfrich, Biology. Brandon W. Hill, Biology. Mallory K. Hurst, Biology. Deirdre Jernigan, Interdisciplinary Studies. Anna Marie Kimry, Biology. Andrea Patrice Lake, Communication. Allison L. Lamb, Communication. Gabriel Lee Locksterman, Sports Communication. Jace D. Moore, Biology. Sarah Beth Moore, Liberal Studies. Sumaya B. Mohammed, Sports Communication. Christian Rodriguez, Interdisciplinary Studies. Caitlin Ray Schmidberger, Sport Communication. Nicholas A. Singleton, Interdisciplinary Studies. Cassie Alexandria Spencer, Biology. Rachel Ann Stanley, Communication. Topanga Irene Stanton, Interdisciplinary Studies. Tatum Marie Walden, Interdisciplinary Studies. Anne Marie Wenzel, Interdisciplinary Studies. Raymond Williams, Jr., Communication. Logan M. Winter, Biology. For the Bachelor of Business Administration degree, Emily Marie Arden, Management. Alyssa Balding, Management. Brandon James Carlos, General Business and Sports Communication. Grace L. Cha, Management. Mateos Bragato Daniel, General Business. Matthew Robert McConnell, General Business. Eric Christopher Moe, General Business. Nathan Aragon Lima Modesto, General Business. Kyle Kiyoshi Okumura, General Business. Matthew Pope, General Business. Anna Sonka, General Business. For the Bachelor of Science degree, Bryce Jonathan Albert, Biochemistry and Biology. Angela Sue Alexander, Counseling, Concentration in Addiction Studies. Jeremy Allen Bennett, Biochemistry and Biology. Christopher Michael Bird, Chemistry and Biology. Tiffany D. Bonfilio, Business Studies. Molly A. Bradley, Counseling with a concentration in Child and Adolescent Studies. Caleb P. Brewer, Criminal Justice. Dorlia Carrillo, Elementary Education. Alyssa Gale Christie, Elementary Education. Amanda Rose Cole, Counseling with a concentration in Addiction Studies. Jacob Dylan Cole, Accounting. Christopher Copenhaver, Psychology. Megan Elizabeth Kurtz, Diagnostic Medical Sonography. Ruby E. Diaz de Leon, Elementary Education. Molly Edwards, Elementary Education. Natalie Dawn Englert, Psychology and Mathematics. Niskos Esquivel, Criminal Justice. Patrick N. Fahrenbrook, Biology. Christina Farid, Biology. Alexia G. Faulkner, Elementary Education. Stephanie Nicole Fellows, Biochemistry. Jared Gregory Ferris, History. Adrian Fox, Biology. Wanda Ray Foy, Criminal Justice. Daniel Adam Franco, Chemistry. Charlotte E. Freeman, Secondary Education. Jeremy Ryan Gant, Accounting. Rishika Gale, Accounting. Alejandra Gonzalez, Psychology and Mathematics. Greg Allen Grieshaber, Information Technology and Management Information Systems. Stephanie Grogan, Biology. Cynthia Hamilton, Psychology. Lynette Ray Hofer, Healthcare Science, Concentration in Psychology and Sociology. Lindsay Ray Holland, Diagnostic Medical Sonography. Sherilyn C. Jefferson, Early Childhood Unified. Cody Jennings, biology. Kelly Nicole Johnson, diagnostic medical sonography. Grant R. Layham, biology. Omar Landeros, criminal justice. Paul Edward Lavin, biology. Vu Quang Lee, chemistry. Thomas L. Majors, criminal justice. Paul Leonard Manning, secondary education. Daniel Patrick Martin, Jr., criminal justice and sociology. Just in time. Andrea Martires Abelanda, sociology with a concentration in criminal justice and psychology. Tamiko S. McKinney, criminal justice. Ryan Joseph Mesh, accounting. Shoykot Kumar Mitra, accounting and management. Erin Renee Monday, elementary education. April Marie Nelson, early childhood unified. Salvatore Carmen Nairo, information technology and management information systems. Nina Dwanjai Nola, biochemistry. Kimberly Ann O'Banion, elementary education. Elise Marie Pakta, biology. Melissa K. Ratzlaff, biology. Hugo Rayo, chemistry. Colleen Alejandra Risa, psychology. Yar Awan Riak, sociology. Stephanie Riley, biology. Yaneli A. Rocha Perez, sociology and criminal justice. Iona Rodriguez, business studies. Rachel Lynn Wallace Ross, business studies. Christy Ann Rucker, elementary education. Elizabeth Ann Sabala, diagnostic medical sonography. Jalen M. Schliessman, elementary education. Erin Lynn Schmidt, biochemistry. Luke Collister Soames, criminal justice. Yogesh Tamrakar, information technology and management information systems. Asa C. Toombs, chemistry and biology. Minyoung Quang Chung, biology. Janice Renee Wendler, counseling with concentrations in addiction studies and child and adolescent studies. Teresa Marie Weniger, biology. Bobby Joe Wesley, criminal justice. Kristen L. White, secondary education and biology. Caitlin Waller, elementary education. Caitlin Dawn Zimpfer, counseling with concentrations in child and adolescent studies and criminal justice. For the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree, Jewel S. Akpan. Abira Beg. Audrey Irene Baines. Michelle Dawn Cox. Connie Delperdang. Chelsea Nicole Griffith. Kayla Marie Kelly. Krista K. Lee. Carrie Nicole Lemke. Megan Lee Lubers. Sandy Marie McCune. Dina Ray Miller. Tran Mai Nguyen. Abby Gail Nicholas. Tanya L. Osborne. Jennifer J. Phelps. Kelly Marie Ramirez. Sarah Rebecca Rebold. Tammy C. Ruth. Elizabeth Blanche Tallman. Meredith Ann Thunberg. Amy Lachey Trombley. Tacey Joe Wendler. Marissa Lynn Wiley. For the Master of Business Administration degree, Obadiah Olumbumi Bashorn, concentration in Management Information Systems. Teje Shui Bandari, concentration in Management. Leslie Ann Collins, concentration in Management. Kimberly Denise Collins, concentration in Finance. Jamie M. Davis, concentration in International Business. Kurt W. Knudsen, concentration in Leadership. Washington Landa, concentration in Management. Jesse Benjamin Muhogi, concentration in International Business. Matthew Mann, concentration in Finance. Anne Wambui Nyakgetha, concentration in Finance. Tim Wynn, concentration in Leadership. Julie M. Sanders, concentration in Management. Kareem Yearwood, concentration in Management. For the Master of Science in Education degree, Carla Maria Breckenridge, concentration in curriculum and instruction with an emphasis in English as a second language. Felicia Chantel Brown, concentration in building leadership. Mary C. Carrillo, concentration in curriculum and instruction with an emphasis in English as a second language. Antonia M. Casados, concentration in curriculum and instruction with an emphasis in English as a second language. Lisa Dow, concentration in curriculum and instruction with an emphasis in English as a second language. Rebecca S. Fort, concentration in curriculum with an English instruction with emphasis in English as a second language. Lynn H. Fraser, concentration in curriculum and instruction with an emphasis in English as a second language. Dina Fuller, concentration in curriculum and instruction with an emphasis in English as a second language. Hold on a second. Jared Michael Grillett, concentration in curriculum with an instruction with an emphasis in English as a second language. Callie Marie Hahn, concentration in curriculum and instruction with an emphasis on accountability. Joshua David Henyon, concentration in curriculum and instruction with an emphasis in English as a second language. Kamisha Jane Howe, concentration in curriculum and instruction with an emphasis in English as a second language. Amanda K. Jaworski, concentration in curriculum and instruction with an emphasis in English as a second language. Shaylin Marie King, concentration in curriculum and instruction with an emphasis in reading specialists. Excuse me a second. Ryan James Kistner, concentration in curriculum and instruction with an emphasis in English as a second language. Lorena Madeira, concentration in curriculum instruction with an emphasis in English as a second language. Julia Alejandra Morales, concentration in curriculum instruction with an emphasis in reading specialist. Rebecca A. Palacio, concentration in curriculum instruction with an emphasis in reading specialist. Jessica Perez, concentration in curriculum instruction with an emphasis in reading specialist. Jessie Lynn Pinchin, concentration in curriculum and instruction with an emphasis in English as a second language. Mary Margaret Smith, concentration in curriculum instruction with an emphasis in English as a second language. Wendy Jean Turner, concentration in curriculum and instruction with an emphasis in English as a second language. Shayla J. Williams, concentration in curriculum and instruction with an emphasis in English as a second language. Amy Ruth Woodka, concentration in curriculum and instruction with an emphasis in English as a second language. For the Master of Science in Nerve Anesthesia, James C. Atha II. Sarah Margaret Cousins. Alicia Marie Evans. Tia Marie Francisco. Michael Lee Good. Kyle Brian Haney. Mitchell Dean Kewen. Alfred W. Maina. Leslie A. Parsons. Jeremy David Perry. Brady D. Reed. Tracy R. Shelton. Janelle M. Smarsh. Corey Lynn Stacy. Carrie June Schwartz. Rachel Ann Trotter. Michael D. Werney. Tisha M. Wickham. Marcus J. Wilsey. Alicia Renee Wyatt. For the Master of Social Work degree, Adieta Al-Dava. Shelley D. Bean. Dina Marie Eklund. Jamie Leanne Hedrick. Martha Lee Horn. Jessica Ann Huber. Stacy Renee James. Cynthia Mae Johnson. Sherry A. Cron. Mai Ton Lee. Gloria L. Mayodonado. Carissa R. Milia. Jill Francis Miller. Brittany Gail Schmidt. Hold on a second. Nina A. Shaw, Woody. Liberty D. Thompson. Erica Elaine Walker. Jenna Wellemeyer. Emily Wilder. Brooke A. Winslow. For the Master of Theological Studies degree, Lori Lynn Binge. Nicholas S. Ingalls. James I. Watson. And Zachary Aaron Williams.
Will all the graduates please rise for the official awarding of your degrees? Don't move those tassels yet. By the authority vested in me by the laws of the state of Kansas and by the powers bestowed upon me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby publicly confer upon each of you the respective degree which you have earned, and declare you entitled to all the rights and privileges pertaining to this degree. You are sons and daughters of Newman University forever. Congratulations. Now you may switch your tassels right to left. Woo! Now, graduates, I have a feeling there are some acknowledgments you'd like to make. Perhaps to this terrific faculty who are flanking you on the right and left. Who made all this possible for you. They are the best. And how about those people who Dr. Bradley aptly said had your back the whole way, your family and friends? We are a Catholic university founded by the adorers of the blood of Christ, named for John Henry Cardinal Newman, for the purpose of empowering you to transform society, right? Again, Dr. Bradley aptly charged you to go out and do that, and we do have confidence that you will. We will miss you. Some of you we didn't see as often. I mean, you nursing students, you're in the labs a lot, in the clinics, all over the place. And some of you were night students. And some of you actually were in western Kansas and Colorado Springs and southeast Kansas. But we are one Newman University, and we are proud to call you alums today. Please remember your alma mater. Remember to tell us what's happening in your lives. Remember to give back. I'll bet you a lot of you undergraduates had some scholarship that somebody sacrificed to give to you. We will want you to pay it forward someday. But today, it's really about celebrating you and all your accomplishments. We are so proud of you. We will miss you. Some of you I had in freshman seminar, and I will miss you. And I know that every faculty member and staff member has someone or 2 or 10 or 20 or 30 of you that they're going to miss. Now, 4 years ago, in the fall of 2009, some of you were freshmen, and you were at the Mass of the Holy Spirit. And at that Mass of the Holy Spirit, we accepted you, and we had you recite the Newman Code. The Newman Code was created by members of our community to be a constant reminder of how each of us can live our mission and core values. It was approved by the community and officially adopted by our Board of Trustees in May of 2006. All graduates now have the opportunity to please recite with me this Newman Code, and we hope that it is a code you have lived by as a student and will live your lives by. As a member of the Newman community, I pledge to live in the spirit of critical consciousness by respecting the dignity of every person, honoring both personal and institutional integrity, and striving to embrace all humanity. I trust you'll do that. I'll trust you'll transform society. Congratulations, all of you. We are proud.
Thank you very much. You may be seated. It is now my pleasure to introduce the president of our National Alumni Board, Mr. Anthony Tamburo. Please join me in welcoming Tony as he greets the newest alumni of Newman University.
Hello, graduates. I would like to welcome you and congratulate you on this tremendous achievement to the Newman Alumni Association. You should be very proud of yourselves, and we are very happy to have you joining the more than 11,000 alumni in our association. The Newman University Alumni Association exists to help keep you connected to your fellow Jets and your alma mater. The association holds events for alumni by geographical area and for groups who share similar careers and interests. We help keep your memories alive by sharing information and updates about Newman and its faculty, programs, and your former classmates. As a Newman graduate, you receive a free lifetime membership in the Alumni Association, so please keep your membership active by staying in touch. We will occasionally need your input to help maintain Newman's growth and development, and your support to ensure future students have the same opportunities and benefits you have enjoyed during your time here at Newman. The more successful our university, the more valuable the degree that you take with you today. We would love to hear updates on your careers, hear about your service and leadership roles in your communities, learn about all those awards you'll be receiving, and have news on your families. Your achievements add to our alma mater's reputation for excellence and will inspire future generations of Newman students. As you recess today, you will receive a gift from the Alumni Association welcoming you into the association. Again, congratulations, blessings as you move forward in your lives and careers, and we look forward to seeing you at our alumni and other Newman events.
Thank you, Tony, for being with us today. My thanks to each of the platform guests and to all of you for joining us. We so appreciate your time, your attention during this very special occasion and during the entire time that these amazing students have been at Newman University. It's now my pleasure to introduce Father Michael Linneber, Chaplain and Director of Campus Ministry, who will offer our benediction. Following the benediction, please remain at your seats until the platform party, the faculty, and the graduates have processed.
Let us pray. Almighty Father, we thank you for the gift of these students, these graduates. We give you thanks for the great many gifts and blessings you bestow upon us. We ask, Lord, that you continue to guide these graduates, that they may be your instruments in the world in which we live, that they may help to make this world a better place. We ask that you bless their family members and friends. On this Mother's Day weekend, a special blessing for their mothers who have been a constant support for them in their lives. We ask that you help and guide and protect their families as they travel back to their homes. And we ask this in Jesus' name, amen.